Good morning, everybody. Or, how's Robin say it? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or whatever. Wow, what a big and exciting day, right? I was going to post this. I was going to post this picture on Reddit last night from 28 days later when he's walking up the stairs of the church, and it says, "Repent, for the end is extremely fucking nigh." But I did not. Oh, hello from Greece. How is Suzuya so far? All right, so far you can see I put about 28,000 into it. I think I've taken it out about maybe 6 games. The first game I took it out was the best as far as damage goes. I got about 130,000, but I hadn't put any mods on it. So ever since then, now I've been on a losing streak, but figured might as well. Not everybody wants to see carriers and carriers only. I haven't even run into a carrier yet, but I figured I would take this out for a little bit because I only get it for a week, and then Wargaming will take it back. Um, it is. It doesn't have the best firing angles, which I think is a nice balancing factor for it. But I will say that this thing starts fires like there's no tomorrow, like I suspected when you have Azur Lane Atago on here. There were more than a couple times I got, I think, triple fires in a single salvo on Wichita's, which of course made me giggle. Playing the weekend wasn't too bad for me. All the global XP on the Atlanta. You know what? That's not a bad one. You'll earn that XP back with the Atlanta. I dropped some global XP today, so I could just boost up to the Ryujo and Ranger. Not that I particularly want to be playing carriers, but I saw that they're giving away insignias for your first carrier win. I was like, that's crazy. I do need insignias. Anyway, well, yeah, the Atlanta has no armor. Any heavy cruiser can go through your bow. Any heavy cruiser, uh, including like a Pensacola. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this out. I don't care if you guys want to join in on these. In fact, if anybody is boosted to a tier 7 cruiser or carrier, I wouldn't mind seeing one. But I'm just gonna probably be playing this for a little bit. I've got my vaccine later today, so figured I'd do this for a few hours. But yeah, if you guys want to join in. Or if you have any questions about the ship or whatever, obviously. I will say that insofar with the Suzuya, I definitely feel like I prefer the Ochikov. That being said, I will be buying Admiralty backing for this campaign. I've been having a lot of matches like this too. No destroyers. I guess all the destroyer players must be CV players, as it turns out. Surprise, surprise. Oh, let's see. Do I just have the best connection ever? Or how is it that nobody ever is moving as fast as I? I need this guy to commit to what they're going to do. You guys remember how I said, well, if you watched, I said that Azure Lane Otago would be filthy on here? Yeah, it is. That being said, look at how much broadside I've got to give up to get all those guns cycling. Targeting me. Little floaty, it seems. Gonna take a little bit of getting used to those. Might have the Cleveland there. Of course, the shores cannot overmatch my bow, so that is a bit of a fruitless endeavor on their part. Whereas I have Japanese AG, which, well, I guess it doesn't have the special pin. Some yoinks. I shouldn't have switched to AP there. I thought he was going to go flatter. Oh, love. Welcome aboard, Ryan. We've been expecting you all this time. Well, you know, that's the whole thing with these Japanese cruisers. They are very yoinkable because you're going to be getting a lot of damage over time. And, yeah. That's what I was like, what was it? It took me, it was a year in between Krakens with the Otago. And it wasn't that I didn't exactly play it that much, but still, that's part of the issue with the Japanese cruisers is you're just getting a lot of damage over time stuff. Good morning, American Maid. I'm not sold that this ship is OP yet. I do think, like, if they had given it 1/5 pin, then absolutely. I think the big equalizing factor on it is its firing angles to get everything going. But that being said, when you put Azure Lane Otago on here, it very much gets right on the edge of OP. I mean, I wouldn't. You could argue that that the Ochikov is OP because it is. Look at all this support I have. Wow. Probably, probably a bit of overkill to get A when these guys could have got B too. Guys aren't in the best health. How is it that I've come out of this? Well, Charles Martel is. All right. Oh, thanks, Chris. Yeah, this ship. For those who got here a little bit late, I've only played it about 5 matches so far. I'm still. I know that I'm gonna keep Azure Lane Otago on it. I'll show you guys why once this is over. If you don't know. But I'm not sure. This seems like a good ship to play when you're hungover. Because you can just sit back and farm damage and not really think about it. Sure. I mean, I know this guy's fast. Oh, shit. This could... You can see, like, even at the rear firing angles, it's really not the best firing angles for kiting. That being said, look at just how many fires you start with this. I mean, there's no way that Tirpitz has like a flammable cannoneer build. If he did, I haven't run into anybody that I could say definitively has a flammable cannoneer build yet. Double fires right there on that Tirpitz, like. This is probably like a guaranteed wither ship. Oh, look at that. High caliber, triple fires. Now you all know that, oh, there's the wither. If I should score over 300,000 damage in a single game today, that Hipper, 7 Hipper, the YouTube guy said he'll post a naked video of him well, he didn't say of him dancing, just a naked dancing video, so I have to make sure not to break 300,000. I'm not particularly tempted for the really low rudder. It definitely would have its purposes, but insofar, and granted, I haven't put that much time into it, I don't think that that's going to be its play style. It is a Mogami still, you know, and so its deck can be overmatched by 4 with 6s, I believe. Yeah, I think pretty almost certain it can. They do it. Oh, well, there we go. All right. My mic is falling. Hello, Connor. Yeah, if I had had AP loaded on the Azuma. All right, so let's look at this thing. Ah, almost my first 3,000 XP game in it. Not 3,000 XP and no kills. C kills don't matter. All right, so let me just put like Mikao on here so we can kind of see how that. For second reload, 15 firing. So yeah, our fire setting chance is 11% with Mikawa on there. And my concealment's the same. My rudder shifts would be 4.8. I don't think I have him fully spec'd for. I guess I do. And I don't have. I've got the concealment mod on there rather than both the rudder shifts. I've got a prop mod and concealment rather than double rudders. Speak out a carrier. I haven't even played the carriers yet. I'm going to test this a little bit more. I might switch. I'll play a carrier in a little bit, but you can see once I put a Tago on here, our HE chance is now 19%. So you're almost doubling your chance of a fire with this commander on here, which is crazy. And that's why I think that. I mean, it sucks that this is a pay commander, right? I think it was. I got mine out of a crate. I don't remember if it was one that I got in a campaign or what, but I don't think they're ever. Well, who knows? But I don't think they'll sell this commander again. Anyway, I'm gonna try this again. Maybe after this, I'll take out a carrier. Honestly, I don't think carriers are that fun, or at least for me. I mean, I'm sure people are gonna get tired of seeing this ship, so I'll switch it up in a little. Yeah, you can see the armor, but it is exactly once this is over or this match, I can show you the armor, but it's exactly the same as the Mogami. I mean, this is a Mogami with 155s. I haven't played Solomon Islands yet. I have played one round of Hotspot, and it was a lovely map, and hopefully I will see it again. I was joking on Zarkun stream that they should wait the map rotation again so that we only play Hotspot for the next 3 months. Oh, look, a carrier game. All right. I throw butter. Oh, Doc Sinister. Okay, those guys are. Oh, and Rogue's over there too. All right. Yeah, I'll do cannons, man. I don't care if people join in on this. This is just for fun. Belfast, huh? You can see what this division of these guys are. They're going to use smoke incessantly, and then the carrier will spot for them. And of course, they're on this side of the map. I don't actually want to leave this side of the map, but our Iowa...
I need support.
Huh.
All forces, capture that area.
Strange.
All stations, reporting the position of a strategic target.
Being targeted by 4 people? That's not a surprise there. And there's your armor. Yeah, aren't carriers fun? Yeah, see, they went right through my deck. This thing doesn't have much deck armor. I think it's only 27 millimeters.
Requesting support.
Our well, they see, so their team seems to be pretty heavily loaded down here. Well, this is not looking good. I got a whole bunch of team. Like, look at you see where our carrier player, and this is, people are going to have to learn how to play carriers, but like, guy's not doing anything. He doesn't have anything spotted. He's just running around trying to, I don't know. This is the Iowa, I think, that spawned down here with me. Why did they go over there? I don't know. Like their odds better, I guess. I wonder if I can signal to them where our carrier is. They know. If they've done anything. No, doesn't look like it. All right. You for low tier carriers has been. You know, maybe it's time that I take out a tier 5. Yes. Yes. Oh, is it because it's in a match? $750,000 global XP, and you want to get a ship. Let's see what's in the store. So you've got your Atlanta, which is a very solid choice. If you need credits or global XP, this is a very solid choice for just printing those and grinding them out. Oops. Otago. Oddly enough, I was talking to Hipper yesterday on Discord because we were talking about how we got our stats, and the second highest global XP game, or not global XP, the second highest base XP game I've ever had was in the Otago at 4,500 something. Otago, It's got some really good stuff going for it. One, its deck armor is much thicker than the Mogami's. Obviously, it's got the more aggressive torpedo firing angles. Um, oh, Monarch's not here. Maybe it's only in the. Maybe it's because I already bought it, or maybe it's only in the tree. Monarch is the last global XP ship I bought, and I'm bummed that I slept on it so long. Odin is a very solid choice. This is, if you don't have it, this is the highest DPM of any battleship in the game, at least so far. Um, I think also talking to Hipper yesterday, solo win rate for myself and the Odin is like 83%. Now, granted, it's not a huge sample number, but still, I was like, whoa, that seems absurdly high. But it is. I will say, Odin is also a certified Kraken printer in my book. Tirpitz also very very enjoyable. Like this is the ship that brought me back into World of Warships when they offered that as a campaign ship. There's Gascon if you like weird ones, and we don't have any Russian ones or Italian ones. Um, let's see. All right, so you have the Atlanta, you have the Otago. I would say Odin or Prinz Eugen is a very solid choice. Obviously, Tirpitz is very good too. Let's see. You have that one. I mean, Prinz Eugen, I'm at about 1.5 million premium or elite XP in it because I really like it. Um, yeah, Odin, I'm still only at 200. I've got more XP in the Ochikov already than I have in the Odin. But then you see my Tirpitz, I'm at 2.5 million. This is a really fun ship. Gascon is just weird. If you like weird ships, Gascon and Monarch. I can't believe the Monarch didn't get a concealment mod. I don't know. Let's see. Somebody wanted to see the armor of this Suzuya. A whole lot of green. Yeah, here's so like the front of our deck's 25. Go. Our deck's 25. This is how like all those I'll take it out again, Ben. Suzuya is the Mogami. It is the exact same ship as the Mogami, except that it has these 155 turrets on here. So you're putting out 15 shells at a time, which, I mean, that last game wasn't particularly good. I mean, I don't think you're going to be able to do the same kind of ridiculous carry stuff. Yeah, I don't think you can carry a team with this like you can in the Ochikov. This is my initial impression so far. I do think you're going to you have the potential for ridiculous damage in this, but not necessarily entirely carryable like the Ochikov. But you saw in that last game, I mean, granted, I was pretty much left solo by myself, but that wasn't particularly. It wasn't a particularly great game. I don't think I performed that poorly. Let's see. I mean, second. Oh, this is, but look at how bad our team was. We didn't. Our first place didn't even have 1,000 XP, and you know, our. I mean, we only killed one ship on their team, or only sank. Our Fiji kind of went off on his own, but yeah. But then you look at the game before this one, where I almost got 3,000 XP in it because, yeah. Anyway, we'll take it out again, and then I'll take out a carrier. Elite XP is just once you've maxed out the XP on a ship, all the XP that you gain becomes Elite XP, and then Wargaming says, "Hey, for one doubloon, or yeah, one doubloon will convert to 25 global XP." Only I don't know if it's now or soon they're gonna have a sale, so it's 35. So if you're like me and you're sitting on about 50, 52 million Elite XP, then you can take out a small loan of around $5,000 and convert it to global XP and then not be able to buy anything with it because they won't put out any new ships. Holy smokes. All right, so this could be a high damage game. I'm going to do something I normally don't do here and take a hard right. Normally I'd like to go in here, but since I'm playing solo and I'm in a very fragile ship and I don't know if these guys will put smoke out for me, I'm going to try and reinforce this right side instead. I am good, Tom. I have had some decent games this morning. Well, I think that last game was the first stinker that we've had. Um, I've just been playing the Suzuya quite a bit to get a feel for it. You know, I should have actually saved the video, well, because I'm going to have to do a review video for this. But, well, I don't have to, but I want to. But insofar, this seems to be pretty decent, though I am not immediately loving it like the Ochikov. But it is still very good. See what it does. Oh, he's turning out. Come on, we gotta close the distance. Ah, crap. If I can get behind an island and start farming with this, it'll be ridiculous. But, you know, it's hard for a destroyer to spot when it's behind an island. Got pretty decent, decently high firing arcs too. Not too shabby there. Instant fires. Oh, and he instantly put it out.
Good luck, everyone. I need intelligence data. Using
Yeah, that guy surely has a Hannibal Cannoneer build. Yeah, the turrets on here don't also have the best firing angles. I did see the AA a little bit in the last round, which I can say did not seem to be remarkable or poor, one way or the other. We've got a destroyer right here. Nice work. That destroyer might be AFK on there. No, I wouldn't have been spotted if they were. Guys, playing quite selfishly. I haven't actually set up a defensive AA or anything yet. I've only ran into a carrier in a game once so far. destroyer, pretty much where I call it.
Concentrate fire on the designated target. Alle Stationen, gegnerisches on the designated target.
Have to drop spot here. Her first doing. It hurt. Oof. That is some legendary gameplay right there. They're 23 million? Huh. Well, at least the Odin can't go through my deck here. Yeah, we'll get it. We're just gonna have to deal with that. Audio will fix itself. That's just a bug or an issue with the PS4 for some reason when you go through OBS. I don't know why. I've tried a million different things to sort it out. It'll fix itself though. Look at that double fire in one salvo on this thing. There, he's dead. There's nothing for him to do. Audio will fix itself. Audio will fix itself. It always does. You gotta have faith. Oh, we still got a Cleveland there. Oh, we still got plenty of radar to deal with that Shima. But it looks like, at least right now, we're kind of averaging in an overall kind of the 10,000 foot look. It looks like we get about 10% chance, or 10% of our shells turn into a fire on this. And obviously that's a lot of different things affect that, but I'm just saying kind of in an overall sense. All right. Ah, that was the Yamato. I will say it does not seem to be the most exciting gameplay, but, you know. This Cleveland, really. Couldn't have seen those coming. Blocked every single one but two. Oh, gosh. I better save that Cleveland right here. Yeah, thank God there's not friendly fire. Do a Bismarck game? Yeah, I could do a Bismarck game. Whoa! Thanks, Jake. I'm so glad that I got the audio working on those, but I think I need to turn it down a little bit. Ah, there we go. All right. Thank you very much, Jake. Honestly, I mean, okay, I haven't had that many games where there've been carriers in it so far, but what I have seen so far has been less destroyers. So it leads me to believe that destroyer mains are now your CV mains for the most part. And remarkably, if you're bad in a destroyer, doesn't make you suddenly good in a carrier. You're just bad in a different ship. Buy on a discount? Oh, so like a premium ship? Which I haven't looked what's available, but what kind of ship do you prefer to play? Well, we know where the Shima is, right around that wall of skill. Who called it? Somebody just called it. I don't recommend two Yamato sailing right next to each other when there's a Shima out. Oh, yep, good call. Oh man. Well, we haven't had a Kraken on stream yet. We've come close. I do think if I were to take out the Ochikov, I could almost guarantee it. I haven't actually. In fact, maybe we'll take a break after this one, and I'll show you this my Kraken game in the Ochikov yesterday because I didn't want to do another video because I was like, well, we just saw the Ochikov, but it's a pretty decent game, and there's some very teachable stuff. Oh, Cleveland. I want to go in the same spot as you. Right? You know what? When I was making that donation, I was like, "What's gonna make people want to hear that over and over?" Miami Vice. And now, the joy of that is you may have noticed I do not monetize my streams. I think it's already painful enough to watch them without needing to see commercials before them too. But since they're not monetized, I can use that copyrighted music. Yes, I am. I will go over that Ochikov build that I'm using once this game is over, which looks like it will be soon. Might as well put this on for the remaining minute.
All stations, reporting the position of a strategic target.
I mean, I guess it's possible his torps will get here within 30 seconds. unlikely. I don't know, man. Shimakaze seems like a high skill ship to me. Oh, well, I try to respond to chat. Honestly, chat's more fun than playing the game. I'd rather, for these live streams, I've told some people, I'd rather be able to stream somebody else's game and just chat with everybody than actually play myself. Don't send me invites, not right now, though I appreciate it. Not going to be divisioning up just yet. We might do, I'm thinking divisions this weekend if I stream, so we can do arena in tier 3. But anyway, so let me show you my Ochikov build. The 270, 280,000 elite XP in there, and I think 5 Krakens now. So we're getting one about every 25,000 XP, which is pretty darn high. Here's the commander setup. Oh, right, we got this thing now. What's the Ochikov's AA? I mean, that's medium meh. Yeah, so we've got, I think there's a very valid choice of using Ingenious over Burn It Down. I mean, you're pumping out shells so fast that, I don't know, you're going to be starting fires anyway. And then pretty much beyond that, I'm going all agility here. Check out that new background. Zang. Though this one, obviously intuitive, which is essentially twist and track for cruisers, is helpful too. But I find that if you're kind of on your game, you know which direction the destroyers are on, or which direction their destroyer is in anyway. So a lot of times I don't feel like I need that with this. So let me show you guys this game. Since I'm not going to do a video on this because we just saw it. But same map, so at least we can kind of see how I mean, I know T-Bull's done videos on this. I'm sure others have as well, but how to actually play this map instead of the B spawn go to A. Now, it does help. I readily admit it helps that I'm in a division here. Because my destroyer is going to lay smoke for me. Ramping Cave, Suzuya does seem pretty good. I can say so far that I prefer the Ochikov over it. Ochikov is just way faster, way more agile to me. But again, I haven't put in that many games into Suzuya yet. I get it for a week, so sometimes you get an immediate, sometimes you know immediately how it is, like with the original Sims, but then sometimes it takes a little bit. And plus, messing around with it off stream will help me kind of focus on the game a little bit more. But Suzuya definitely seems decent. I mean, if you have Azure Lane Atago, it's a fire starting machine. In my opinion, the Ochikov is probably the best cruiser that we've gotten in a long time. Now, it is... The skill floor on it is definitely higher than the Wichita, but that's a good thing, I think. But yeah, I'm going to secure that Kagero right there. So pretty much just hanging out in the center here, right? Because we don't need to give up B to go reinforce anything else. Unfortunately, in this sequence, I am going to lose my division mate in the destroyer. Because, man, Albemarle's heal is just very good. And it's, this Albemarle, you know, they are smart and don't give me the broadside. Now, the other flaw here is if you look at the our other division mate in the battleship, he's not in any position to be able to support our destroyer. Like, if he had not gone where he is, if he had, you know, maybe come around in between the two islands, he would have been able to blap this Albemarle. I think he's in Massachusetts, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I'm just sitting here trying to burn this down, but it's got such a good heal. But, you know, one of the things I like to show with this Ochikov is I think a lot of the CCs and a lot of the players out there just do long-range builds like they're the Kutuzov or the Shapayev. And you do not have to do that in this, you don't need to do that in this ship at all. This ship is so agile and so mobile that you can play a lot more risky. You can see my range on mine is only 15.5 kilometers. My detectability is like, I think 13. I'm not trying to hide or anything. What I'm doing is making it so they can't hit me and just generally terrorizing the entire red team. Well, the HE will shatter a lot. You have the option to put on equilibrium of power, right? And that'll let you pin, because this has 1/5 penetration value, that'll let you pin, I believe, up to 38 millimeters, which is like deck armor of the Iowa, I think. But your rate of fire and your chance of starting a fire is so good with this that I personally don't put it on, because you still have 1/5, so you can pin 31 millimeters, which is, you know, that's the bow of Embra. You can all the 27 millimeter cruisers, which makes this incredibly powerful against all those most annoying ships you've been playing against, like the Wichita. I can 1v1ing Wichitas in this is absolutely hilarious, because they're like, well, I'll just bow in, which is, you know, the usual Wichita move, but it doesn't matter, because one, their shells are so floaty, and two, you're so nimble that you just chip them down relatively quickly too. Yeah, did you see this going in reverse? In reverse, it's still like 25 knots or something. And you can see like just how agile it is here. Turning away from those shells. And this isn't, I could make this more agile if I double rudder shifted it, but I like to keep one prop mod on here because you can juke with your speed as well. The players I don't like to play against are, well, I would say good players, but that's not true. I will say that you know, playing against a good division is very frustrating when you're playing solo. It's also very frustrating when you're playing in a mediocre division. But I think the most frustrating players to play against are, and I'm using this term generically, bad players. And what I mean by that is, like, if someone's not even trying to play the game, whether they're on the blue team or the red team, that's incredibly frustrating. Like, there are so many games where you see somebody in the red ship, like, at the back line, and it may not even be a lost cause for them yet. They're just out there, and that is incredibly frustrating because it's like, why did you even load into this game if you don't want to play it? And then the same thing, you know, with blue team when you see a blue team. But anyway, so I know there are Shimas on B, so I want to let him get a little... There, I just hit the Shima with a torp, so I know exactly where it is. So that's why I got my gun there. We could see in the water where one of my torps disappeared. And so we've got the Shima. I'm not actually going to get the Shima in this radar yet because I think probably would have if I hadn't had a turret knocked, but, you know, I'll get him later. I mean, if I get it cracking in this video, which I do, you guys know that I'm going to sink every ship left. Yeah, anyway, I hope that answered your question, Corrupted Ghost. I don't like to play with people who didn't come to play the game. And also, I guess lastly, I would add into that, there's a lot of some of the other CCs out there have touched on specific reasons why, but players who tend to play in certain ships like the Wichita, they're usually not fun to play against because they're not playing the game well. Not saying there are no good Wichita players, but the majority of them don't play too well. Look again, I was going 25 knots in reverse there. I mean, I'd rather have a good game. Look, I want to have a good game and win, but I would almost prefer to have a very good game and lose than those games where you just stomp the other team. Like, all things considered, this is a pretty good game that we're watching right here. You know, it's 4v3. They still have a destroyer. It could go either way, really, at this point. And now it's 3v3. This is where they probably lost this game here. This, I mean, obviously the Groza Kurfürst is not the most maneuverable, but when he chooses to come around that corner, that's going to be pretty much it. And I'm kind of waiting right here because I know I'm spotted by the Shima. But I've got 50 seconds until my radar's ready. So we can see right there that the Groza Kurfürst is moving forward. And that's going to be the end of him. The torps on here are no joke. Oh, Jeffrey, thank you so much. How come we didn't hear music? Oh, there we go. Alright, there we got it. And then we can get the Shima here. Not that salvo, but the next one. Alright, so at that point, you know what you have to do, right? Because I'm like, well, this Vlad's just going to sit here. And this becomes all about timing. One of the things this ship has going for it, okay, I'm going to get this cap. One of the things it has going for it, though, is that it's so fast, too. So I'm waiting to see this guy's guns fire, because then I've got 30 seconds before his shells reload. So he just shot there, so I've got until 3 minutes and 6 seconds until his guns are reloaded at the fastest. So I'm trying to make my move right here. He also just immediately put out a single fire, which when a cruisers come around is a bit presumptuous like that. Yeah, that was the Kraken for that one. I think yeah, 3,673 XP in that ship. This ship is insanely good. I'm going to take a restroom break real quick. I'll be right back in like a minute. Alrighty. Now, what were we? Somebody wanted to see a Bismarck game, so let's go ahead. Look at all these promotion orders that are available. I mean, if there's one for every tier 7 ship, that's 38 right there. What about... What does tier 6 get? 1 day of premium? Well, shoot, there's a month of free premium time. Oh my lord, I'm gonna have to go down and do all these. Through the Bismarck. I'm kidding. That's a lot of camos, but I don't particularly care about camo. Okay. And then the craziest thing... are these darn carriers. Like all the carriers, even the tier 3 one, give you an insignia with your win. So that's 6 insignias right there. I don't know about you guys, but I need a lot of insignias. Alright, I will go out in the Bismarck. In fact, you know what? I'm going to try something with the Bismarck. I was talking about this with a friend of mine yet. Well, maybe I won't. You're looking at the skills on Henry J. Hyde, because you've got Ali Dad, which the minimal ricochet angle of your ships goes up by 8 degrees. That's pretty serious now that they've buffed those pin angles on the Bismarck. Not in this update, but in the previous. And we were like, oh, well, you could put on Van Essen or Von Essen for another, what, 5 degrees there too? That could be interesting. All right, we'll do a count in here. The blue windrows themselves don't do anything. That's just an easy way to identify that you have something special there that you can still get. All right, tier 7, folks, if you want to get in. I believe it would be AP shells because HE shells, don't quote me on that, but I don't think they even do penetration angle checks. I mean, I don't want to say that is 100% guaranteed, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. Somebody else can tell you. We don't really deal with facts here, just feelings. Oh, God. All right, so Titan Lord's over there. uh, well, we'll see. We need to be impressed by a. I'm waiting to be impressed by a carrier player. So let's see what Artex 987 can do. Oh my lord! Come on, Helena. I'm gonna need your AA. Need your AA. Come on. Here, carrier.
Requesting fire support.
Hmm. Well, look at all those guys clustered up over there. Hey, that's what we're looking for. And let's get these secondaries going. This is a full secondary build Bismarck, too. I don't. I forgot if I have this set up exactly how I like it, but probably close enough.
Attention. Reporting a target's position.
But our carrier is not doing bad. I will give him that. Keeping stuff spotted over here. I don't mind if he goes for a strike on this low league in Eisenhower. I'm trying to see if there's any AA fire coming from that smoke to let me know that the venom's still in there, but I don't believe it is. Hey, Goatlocker, the new patch. Oh, this patch. I was like, did I get a new patch? I mean, it's a little early to say. You know, I've only been playing it for maybe about an hour. Um, I mean, it's gonna. There's a lot of wailing and gnashing of teeth about carriers are gonna ruin this and yada yada yada. Well, the game definitely needed something. Is this the answer? I don't know, but I'm gonna hold off on judgment until people learn how to play them. If they can learn how to play them, I don't know. Sometimes This player base makes me question a lot. I mean, yeah, it'll be interesting because like normally, you know, I would definitely be pushing their base right now, but I can't really at this moment. You know, Harry has definitely changed that because I don't want to go off on my lonesome, or um, you know, they will can easily target me. Oh, I just lost some of my own audio. That's interesting. Now let's get these secondaries going. We got this Ganiza now. I wonder if this game just needs to be longer now too or something. I mean, this Venom is going to be in trouble. I mean, that is a very questionable choice by a destroyer right there. Fastest way to earn credits would be, if you have premium time, you're going to want to take out a premium tier 6, probably cruiser, but whatever you're best in. If you do not have premium time, then the best way to earn credits is in tier 5 premium ships. If you don't have any premium ships, probably still tier 5, even if you have premium time. There's also, well, I mean, it's been a long time since I've had to worry about credits. Oh. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this could potentially be a Kraken game. If we can sink this Colorado, this could be a Kraken. Potentially. Where the way the team's laid out is why I'm saying that. But I will definitely have to sink this Colorado to make it a decent chance. And to do that, he is giving me a okay angle. Where did those shells go? Come on, secondaries. Secondaries are burning him down. Oh, I forgot these guys were even in this game. I don't think I've ever played with Negan IQ, but I definitely recognize him. I know we have some mutual friends. Right, AG. Alright. Players who play like this, I also am not particularly fond of playing against. Not because it's like particularly challenging, but if you're just going to kite, like, why bother? Like, this is not helping the team. I don't know if, was he with the carrier? Yeah, so he might just be back there kind of trying to protect him. But definitely makes the game a bit more stale. You know, with the pace of it. You know, this was always supposed to be a much quicker game than the PC counterpart. Now I really have to wonder what Baltimore is doing back there. I mean, I'm sure there's a reason. Somebody doesn't play that many games and not have a reason to do it. I've played Hotspot once. I have not had a chance to see Solomon Islands. I haven't been down there yet. Be happy to sink. Here though. Come on. Oh. I mean, I get Vince there, but it's so to me, it's like, all right, I get it. These guys are playing to win. It's just boring. Like, these matches, I don't want to have last this long. The other problem is that people who tend to play this way tend to gravitate to these specific ships too, and that is quite boring as well. Oh, cool. Look, you lived the entire game. And now you're still just kiting out to the back of the map. What have I done? I mean, they may not know me, but what have I done in my actions that will lead them to believe that that is going to work? I'm guessing nothing. Like, that whole game plan of, oh, maybe this Bismarck will just follow me out to the edge of the map and I can burn him down. Like, if you're trying that tactic and the person hasn't fallen for it once, like they've tried this when I first came up here and I turned away. The second time I came up here, I turned away. The third time and I turned away. Like, that's you got to figure out something else to do then if you want to win. I'm not trying to let me make something clear. I'm not trying to insinuate that I'm a better player than that person or anything like that. What I am, and I've talked about this in some of my videos, is if all you're going to do is kite, and I recognize that person. I know they know more than that. That's why I'm being specific about that. But if all you can do is kite, then you can't do anything. Because you can't kite all game. Yeah, Kraken. Dang. I can tell you how many AI Krakens I have. 0. I think I have 9 AI games played. Well, I think this is why I don't know if you guys watched that NATO versus Russia, like T-Bull, Chile, and Hive when they played against the Russian CCs or some of the Russian CCs. It was actually very interesting, I thought, and it really emphasized how much better this game would be if we had like a training room, so you could create custom matches with specific people. I mean, think of how good that would be for the community itself. Everybody who's here, we could all just load into matches and do whatever we wanted. Obviously, it's not going to count towards campaigns or anything like that, but then we could do stuff like, oh, I want to see 9 Mikasas versus 1 Yamato or whatever. I just think it would be a lot more fun. And it's also, I'm just personally, I'm like, I wish the team had put that as a priority over adding carriers. And Titan Lord did pretty good, all things considered. He got third place in that carrier. It's not bad. That's the best. This is the best carrier placement I've seen in a game so far today. Oh yeah. Plus, being able to test stuff, and I think it would be. I personally, I think that would be a lot of fun. And at the same time, if you watch those games, you can see the NATO team was made of 3 good players who were in a division together, and the Russian team were 3 good players in a good division. All right. Anything in particular people want to see? I know there was a request for something, and I have forgotten what it was. Oh, speaking of, so when I was talking to Hipper yesterday on Discord, because he wanted to discuss win rates in cruisers, it's like solo win rates. My solo win rate in the Amalfi is like 73%, which we were both kind of surprised about. Yeah, I'll take out the Suzuya again. I feel like I'm gonna have to. I don't think I'm gonna be able to put out a video on the Suzuya until maybe Wednesday or Thursday, because I think this one's going to take a lot of experimenting. If you guys want to get into this, uh, play a Russian destroyer. Yeah, remind me after this game. I'll try and take out the Minsk. And do the Vanguard too. I still got about an hour and a half that I'm gonna stream, and then I've got to go over to Hollywood and get my vaccine. It's gonna be awesome. Oh, I don't mind playing this Suzuya American Made. I'm going to play it a metric funk ton over the next few days to figure it out. Oh yeah, I should try those AA. The whole thing with all that AA stuff, I don't want to put them on right now because there's not enough carriers. And so if there's no carrier in the game like this one, now I've just wasted it. I think I'm getting the Johnson and Johnson. I'm not positive yet, but I will find out in a few hours. I know they asked me if that's the one that I wanted, and I was like, I don't personally care which one you give me. Give me all three for all I care. My neighbor across the street, he actually, two of my friends have had the Johnson and Johnson. One of them had no side effects, and then my friend who lives across the street, he said he felt pretty crummy for about 36 hours, and then he smoked some weed and he was fine. And I said, could it be that you were just, your body was more not reacting to that, but just was bothered that it hadn't smoked weed in 36 hours? Oh, I'm a lefty. Legal advice. Yeah, well, you know, you gotta take it from your legal counsel. I probably should have looked before firing there. That's some streaming mistakes right here. Oh, here come the shots. Not today, Satan. Look at all these fire. Okay, so their destroyer is on C, which has immediately terrified. It's an Asashio. Oh my god, these guys just don't know what to do. If only one of them had like 3-minute, 5.5 kilometer hydro. Meanwhile, the rest of their team is all behind one little corner. And they can't spot me because of my position. Alright, so that tells me Asashio's right there. Hit me. What is that? Trying to shoot me from 18 kilometers. Vladivostok's trying to shoot me from 18 kilometers away. Interesting. Alright, well, these guys are scared. So I will go that way because I don't want our entire team to go down to one corner. It's you know what, I try to keep it PG on the stream, but I can assure you off camera like a sailor. Alright, so this should be what? This should be the Asashio's got twisted track on? Alright. Is this... What are these guys doing? Just going in circles? Wouldn't mind rushing this Asashio, except this... probably is a bad idea. I am not monetizing the stream, but at the same time, I don't know how young people are who are watching this, and while it's not that I have some illusion that kids aren't foul-mouthed, I don't need to necessarily do it. I don't think it necessarily adds anything to it by... Plus, hopefully I'm not losing my cool enough to have to do that. So, that Colorado, not only did he just drive into a rock, he burned his damage count on a single fire. Meanwhile, look at my team's position where they can't even cap if they wanted to. Oh, Colorado. You are in trouble. He's got a double fire on him. I wish these guys would move into take B. I wish I could actually ping that, but all I can... There's not... How am I... No wife and kids here. I chose happiness. Hi, kid. Yeah. My lifestyle is a little bit more freewheeling than a wife and kids would allow. Bismarck AFK? Okay, so funny story about key bowls. I live with these two girls in college, and my job one time was to go get a key rack for us. So I went to the store and I bought a bowl. Fortunately, my roommates at the time got the humor and thought it was funny, because I was like, oh, I got a place to put the keys. I remember it. It was silver. Let's see if we can spot any AA for this plane real quick. Got a mass up there? Huh. probably goofed against this ship. That's alright. We'll live. Yeah, carriers are in the tech trees. So, you can get them however you want. Retro. Alright, 227 damage. We're not doing too shabby here. Should have this king in a crossfire with this Odin. Yep, we do. Not a bad comeback here. We just picked up a high caliber. Not too shabby. I'm not sitting close enough to the microphone. I was kind of spacing out over there. Yes, AL Atago is on here. Sending our chance of fire up from a paltry 11% up to 19%. Which I was saying earlier that it seems like, all things considered, it's about 1 fire per every 10 shells hit. Obviously, that's, oh my, not exactly the most accurate measurement. Hello. Oof. Oh, we got lucky there. I don't think you want to go through there, Vlad. Well, can we break? This could be a new current damage record for myself in this. The Vlad's backing up. Yes. Another fire on him. Oof, da. Like I said, I do believe that this ship is a guaranteed witherer metal too. Yeah, this is not the this has not got the Atago's armor profile, that's for certain. Wait to get another fire on this guy just to annoy him. $165. We may. Get over there. 165. Yeah, alright, so that's a new personal damage record in that. I mean, that's the whole thing with like these Japanese cruisers. That I don't think the gameplay is. Oh my god, I've got so many insignias. Especially if I play those carriers and get another 6. Ooh, 3,300. So we got a 3,600 game before. You know, I'm just gonna save that one just because I'm gonna need some B reel for the review, and I feel like there was some stuff in there. Probably a nice clip of here's what happens if you try to angle it all. It doesn't matter. Not bad. I have noticed that my my average XP has been. Oh, thanks, Mang. Just send him a message real quick. Oh, hold on! Stop the. How do we get your screen so we can see you on hotspot? Nagato, there was a request for there was a request for a Russian ship, a destroyer, and there was something else first. Oh, Vanguard. Let me do let me do the Vanguard, and then we'll go down to tier 6, and we'll do the Minsk and the Nagato. I, oh, that's nice. As soon as I saw you were in the match, I knew we were gonna lose. What was that person in? On the Vlad. Well, he had a good game. He had a good game. Almost got me there too. Almost got me with it. All right, Vanguard. I will do the Minsk next. Make a video on my stats. I don't think so. I mean, my service record stats or my individual ship stats. I just don't think they're that interesting. Let me, if you guys want to. All right, before I do this, let me. Stats. I can just I've broken them down just out of things that I'm most curious about. And to me, what I mostly was curious about is I wanted to see um, what ships I'd had my best games in. Um, I knew that I had never broken 5,000 XP in a standard battle. That's important because you can break 5,000 XP in non-standard battles. I wouldn't say easily, but it's easier. I know. I like in arena. I had a 6,500 XP game. So if I sort my stats by my elite XP, or not, sorry, not elite XP, but the highest amount of XP that I've ever had in a game, uh, my first place is Belfast with 4,812. Then Otago at 4,593. Akizuki, which I remember that game. That one I have recorded and is on uh, YouTube with 4,577. A Cleveland game at 4,523. I remember that game. That was before the Cleveland even had EOP. That one's on stream too. That's where I 1v1 a Richelieu in the Cleveland from like 3 kilometers and win. That one was funny. Uh, Jean Bart with 4,289, which I'm so annoyed that I didn't save that. I was on Tears of the Desert. I remember that game too. And that was something that I realized. I was like, oh man, I remember all these 4,000 XP games, except for my Fletcher. Oh wait, no, this one, the 4,229 Fletcher game. Yeah, I'm not sure I do remember that. I've got a 4,165 XP Prinzeugen game, which I don't remember. Atlanta 4,000 something XP. That one was on that one I do remember. That was the Kraken game that I posted on here a few months ago. Lightning had a 4,000 XP game in which I did not save. That was a 4 kill game, and I remember it because a guy had been on the red team in back-to-back games and was like, "Dude, you just got 4 kills in back-to-back games. Sorry." And the last ship that I have over 4,000 XP game in is the Turpits at 4,040, and I think that was my 6 or 7 kill game in the Turpits on what is that called? Like Rain of Fire or whatever. The what's the folder called? It is I don't know. I don't remember, but the file that you're looking for is the only one of any significance, and it's Wowzels underscore ship underscore statistics underscore by underscore type. And then if we were to look at the stats, then I got a whole bunch of them over 3,000. Whole slew. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what anybody would want to see with my statistics. I don't think they're necessarily that interesting. Though when I was talking about them with Hipper, it's funny because like the ships that I've had the longest, so like the Amagi, which I think is very good. That was my first tier 7 battleship. My win rate solo in that is only like 52%, but that's because it was the first ship I ever got, and I was so bad back then. It takes a lot of time to rank it up. Oh yeah, so I wanted to make this Vanguard as British as possible. Anyway, let's take it out. I have not noticed these shells hitting the islands. I'll make sure to shoot them this time. I will say that like I like the old cannon fire look more. They just seem more impressive, but the smoke just looks so much better, and the burning ships. Like if I have to give one up for the other, I don't know. I mean, it's funny because I always feel like the screenshots to me that I used to be able to do, I'd try and time it when the guns were firing because it was like these huge balls of fire, and now regardless of the ship, it doesn't feel like there's much fire. It's mostly just a puff of smoke. Looks like the ships have been vaping. All right, what do we have here? No carriers. Who do I got with me? Wichita. Alrighty. Are we gonna go in here like we should?
Capture that area.
It does have a concealment mod. I did not put it on there. I completely forgot. My concealment's at 15 right now? Good lord. Let's look at what the we'll look at what the concealment mod does after this game. If you guys remind me, I'll buy one and put it on just to see. Guy, where are you going? Get back! Come on, get.
Teammate, I need your support. Get back!
Negative.
I need intelligence data. Denied.
Alright, this camo's so loud they can see me from further away. Mostly need to be worried about, yeah, that. That's a very British Vanguard over there, too.
À tous les bâtiments. Cible stratégique repérée à cette position.
See, if these guys are this concerned with me right now, these guys need to be pushing up aggressively. Seems like this is what I mostly do on this map, just tank damage for a while. Yeah, scone. Wow. I'm getting the weird ships.
Problem solved, sir.
If my team's going to push through over here, which is fine, I'm just going to sit here and try and tank as much damage as I can to stall these guys. So, probably going to start burning this Gascon since it's covered in 32mm armor. Like, there's their destroyers way out over there. Good, my team's pushing through. I don't know if they had a cruiser go all the way behind it.
All stations requesting fire on the designated target.
Don't particularly need to sit here and just take damage. Not getting very good dispersion on this today, huh? 4 shells missing from 8 kilometers. Come on, one of them hit. Wow. Wow.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
These guys are pathetic.
Teammate, I need your support. C'était une belle bataille.
How did... Alright. So, we have a Colorado, a York, and an Akatsuki, and they let them recap down there?
The enemy is about to win.
See you later, Aldi. Thanks for coming by. Oh, I asked for this team by name. This is the A team here. Rock and roll. Oh, I thought it said rock and roll potato at first. That would have been good. So there was a request for a Russian destroyer. The Vanguard's actually very good at disabling French turrets. I aimed at those turrets a few times, but I don't know if you guys saw my Vanguard dispersion was all over the place that round. All right, let's go down to tier 6. There was some requests down there. Minsk. Make sure I have this set up the way that I want. I should. Toss one of these on here. Alrighty. Oh, CBD, was that you in the Gascon? Yeah, it must have been. Yeah, I pre-turned those turrets. GG, man. I wish I'd been. I wish I'd been paying attention to chat. I would have known because Gascons, man, those are rare. All right, we'll do tier 6. How much money have I spent in this game? I've only ever bought one ship, and that was the Munchen, sorry, and that was what, $40, I think. And beyond that, I've done all the campaigns, so those are like $10, but then you get some of it back, so I don't know, probably like $60 there. So I'd guess probably total maybe about 150. I mean, there's definitely people who put a lot more in. What I've managed, what I did, is I put in a lot of time. Just the way things happen to coincide with COVID and work life and everything. I put in a lot of time, so that's how I've got all the tech trees, and then now, as of a month and a half ago, I'm part of the CC program for this game. So now Wargaming gives me the premium ships, and then campaign ships, they lend them to us for a week so we can test them out and do video on them or whatever, be able to answer questions, and then they take them back. But all the campaign ships we still have to buy, still have to grind out, just like everybody else. It's just the premiums that they give to us. So like I personally, like in this update, we should be getting that Italian destroyer. Is it the Leone or Leone? I think it's the Leone. But we're not getting an Italian destroyer commander, so that's kind of interesting. Gotta watch out for this Indianapolis. Oh, of course he's right there. I want to be shooting at him. I might as well. What's the point of playing this game if you're not going to shoot your guns? Not see what destroyer that was over there, unfortunately. But we know that there's a destroyer right here.
Fordere Unterstützung an. Так точно.
And that destroyer is, let's see, what could it be? Benham or Z-23? We haven't seen any torps, so I'm going to guess it's the Benham, since it would have short range. Yeah, they'll give us, so since the October Revolution is just a premium ship, not a campaign ship, they actually give those to us, so we get to keep those. We don't have to return them. Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, that's what Prince Blip said, was that there would be no specific captain for him. I'm not sure why. This guy's so far out here. There he is. Hey, I was guess with my Benham. Or proper with my Benham guess, I should say.
Пожарная тревога. Двигатель в форсированном режиме. Неполадки устранены.
That Benham sitting in that smoke is asking for a Minsk surprise. The birthday project, I don't think there's a specific prize that you get. I think it's just a bunch of crates along the way, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. I guess Benham is still in here, right? I think so. Yeah.
Вражеский эсминец потоплен.
I don't remember what I got. It was actually not bad, though. I mean, if you didn't, you should have started those bureau projects if you didn't, because now they're going to be gone if you didn't start them yesterday. Come on, get me a fire on him. I haven't even used my smoke yet.
Двигатель в штатном режиме.
Наша команда получила преимущество.
Yeah, I'd like an accuracy commander for the Italians too, myself. It's like the Roma is just so inconsistent. I mean, it's very fun when it behaves. You're like, wow, this is a great battleship. It's just that it doesn't tend to behave all that often for me. And here we have migration north. I'm gonna use these battleships to spot for me.
Дымогенератор запущен. Установка дымов завершена.
Don't let him hit you.
Вражеский линкор уничтожен.
These guys get so concerned with the silliest things. I mean, whatever. It's a lot. It's, you know, the game is clearly a loss for them at that point. But, I mean, I guess shooting the destroyer is always satisfying. I know I would do the same thing. I guess when you're on the receiving end, it's kind of like, and you had all these broadside ships to shoot at. I wonder if these, I think these Russian destroyers will actually be a bit more useful, though, especially the lower tier ones. The Tashkent is already very good, but like the Minsk and lower, I think those will be more useful with carriers, actually, because their whole thing is about being able to shoot your guns. If you're not shooting your guns, you can't, you're not going to do too much in them because they're really just small cruisers. But, like in this situation, you know, I kind of had to go hunt a Benham, which is Benham was detonated. Nice. I had to go hunt that Benham, which isn't really a Minsk's job. Minsk's? I don't know whatever the plural of Minsk is. Yeah, no problem, Bob. I actually, the Minsk was, so I think in the Russian destroyer line, the Gnevny was personally the hardest for me. That one was a grind. But the Minsk, I think I found the Minsk quite fun and enjoyable. And then the Tashkin is just awesome. Let's see what else. What other requests do we have? While you guys come up with a request, I'm gonna do another bathroom break real quick. So I will be right back. And we're back. Key and Alabama, two ships I don't have. Well, I practically got the Alabama, the key, and I practically have the key. Um, but unfortunately, I don't want to spend my global XP on the Alabama because it is the Massachusetts with worse secondaries. That's all it is. People might say, "Oh, there's a little bit of difference in the Sigma." There's so little difference, if any, that they are for all practical purposes the exact same ship. And Key is the exact same ship as the Amagi, but with those torps and worse armor. I'll take out the Vlad. I haven't been playing battleships much lately. I've just been back into cruisers, but I'll take out the Vlad, and I can take out the Amagi and Massachusetts. Check something on this Massachusetts real quick. Not even not even 200,000 in the XP in the Massachusetts, just because there's so many out there. I'd like to keep a little bit of variety in the games. Oh, Nagato was the... Sorry, yeah, I forgot. We are going to do Nagato. And, before I forget, we're going to look at the concealment mod on Vanguard. Let's put some of this 350 million silver to use. Oh, where's it all going? This morning I had 375. So what is it? In this one? Lower us by 10%? Why not? $13.5. Ooh, that's not bad. And if I were to make the most British camo ever, I need to max this out. I think they gave me more of these, alright? $60 more. It's down. Alright, let's see what it is now. 13.1. And if we were to put on condo, gets us down to 12.5 kilometers. That's kind of interesting. Let me check my condo real quick too. I mean, I don't see myself going full concealment on battleships really, just because I mean, you're gonna get spotted by planes eventually. Once people have unlocked all the carriers, you're gonna have carriers in almost every game, I guess, unless people realize that or decide that carriers are no fun to play. Interesting. All right, so anyway, we were gonna do Nagato. Nagato with concealment now too, but again, I'm not certain that I need that on there. And Nagato was a grind, right? Nagato was a real grind. Make sure I got my duck flag on. Want to represent the colors. I mean, all this stuff I always feel like you pretty much need. I have Kudrov on here. Probably for Yamato. Alright. Alright, tier 6, guys. We'll check. I maxed out the Yamato's camouflage last night, and we'll see what it is with the concealment. Because I'm like, oh, well, why would you need that? If I can get, say, to 12.5 kilometers in the Yamato, and I've got Kondo on there, and I've got my reload at every 20 seconds, cares? My God, we have carriers. And only one destroyer. Alright, so at least it gave me the B spawn here, right? Because in all the Japanese battleships, you pretty much want to be centrally located. And in all of these, I also like to do a turn first and then start backing in. The funny, the Nagato, man, it is so unreliable. I wish they would give it a buff. I am not one of those who's anti-buff for this, but then every once in a while, it does exactly what you want. And I know that I've dev struck an Iowa in the Nagato before, and that felt very good. So now I've got my butt facing backwards. At the chuck. Alright, they're destroyers on C. So our carrier's plane should be headed over to C. If I were thinking about it, I would have put on HE for these for that Alabama, because obviously the Japanese HE hits quite hard. Not to mention, look at able to go through the deck there. Really want to start shooting that hipper though. I don't know if... Oh, he's got a propulsion mod on there. That sucks. God, the reload on here is so long too. Whew. Boom! Who says Nagato can't hit anything? Some of you members have some GIFs you can use for that, I think. Hold on, can I do a... Hey, let's see. Need to watch out for this Alabama, though. I can get up here a little bit further, then I can start to turn. Yeah, now I can start to turn, because we should have this guy in a crossfire here, since he's getting a little bit aggressive. Yeah, I am giving him a broadside. I'm trying to get this turn in. Might be taking these torps too.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship. Affirmative. Much obliged.
That's a crossfire right there.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
Alright, nobody's targeting me still, so that's good. And Nagato trolls you like that.
Attention. Reporting the target position.
And then like that. What? Where are these shells going? Come on. Where is...
Concentrate
Yeah.
fire on the target.
By the dick butt. Where is my team?
All stations. Attention. Requesting fire on the designated target.
Like, why? How is our carrier losing sight of the destroyer?
Requesting support. All stations. Requesting fire on the designated target.
Fire once more. Oh, he went back too far.
Requesting assistance.
Oh boy. Come on, CV, spot him. Spot him. Oh, come on. Not paying attention to me.
The Allied target.
Oh, now you're gonna support me. Support me from the back of the map. I wonder if this carrier knows that he could put a fighter over me. Probably not. Yeah, it'll be possible. It'll definitely be possible to get a Kraken in carriers. I mean, it's going to be a matter of yoinking them. I mean, this guy spent when you're back here in a carrier, and I'm not going to try and pretend to be a carrier master by any stretch of the imagination. So when you're back here, your planes have to fly a lot further. And I don't know if you guys watched the stream with back during the test event, but Robin was playing, I think it was, and he was showing how when you take a squadron off, you can do a drop immediately to send two back already, so you already have two planes ready for the next one. There's some technique and tactics to this rather than just sending a whole squadron and going to attack whatever. I mean, there's unfortunately, I mean, if you're into it, there's a lot of content to be made for this, but I don't particularly like doing educational videos so much. Look at that. First place in the Nagato with a dev strike because it can do it against this guy. Our Charles Martel just gave up. Garbage team. Well, I don't want to say garbage team. That's not true. Needed a little bit more. Need a little bit more out of these guys specifically. Specifically, this guy who used Global XP to boost up and get a Tier 7 carrier but doesn't know how to play one. Just saying. No offense if you're in here, but all right. What were we playing next? I got time for maybe one or two more. That was our. Look at this. Suzuya is just okay. So these are all games from before. the stream started, and then stream. I think the stream started on this one, and then it's win defeat, win defeat, win. I mean, not bad, but it kind of shows you that streaming, whether it's because other people are in the game or if just paying more attention to chat, definitely lowers the win rate. What's the campaign ship? I'll take out the campaign ship again. It's the Suzuya. This is it right here. It is a Mogami, but instead of the Mogamis, what do they have? 155s? No. 210s, right? This has 155s. 5 triple turret 155 shells. But outside of that, it is same ship. What does that mean? Means you can be overmatched. Is that what? Oh, they have 203s too. Yeah. It always seems like the Japanese have slightly larger shells. Yeah, this has 15 shells that it puts up at a time, but they're of what, lower caliber. But that being said, when you have Azir Lane Tago on there, who cares? How long do the birthday rewards last? I don't remember what the birthday rewards were, but if you started the birthday Bureau project, it doesn't go away. Good afternoon, King of Memes. What do we have here? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to do a count in. My bad. Sorry. I was just so excited to get into this ship. This is my my triangle of doom is right here, here, and here. If because we always get overloaded, but hopefully this destroyer doesn't go too far because I'm gonna need him to spot stuff. Yeah, I've played. I think I've got about. I don't know. You could check with chat, but I think I've got about 7 or 8 games in it total so far.
Good luck and fair seas.
Oh, how long do those last? I'd assume it's this entire update, but I don't know. I don't want these guys to run away. What I want is I'm waiting for their destroyer to come through here, which they almost always do. And I like to use the battleship as bait. Where's that going? We can see we've got a great migration of stupid over here. That's always good. And what do we have? We've got the Fletcher on our side. He's closer to me, so if I put my plane up, I might be able to see his AA firing. What is this guy gonna spot from our base? Just something to think about. Like, I can tell you where their team isn't. Over here. Now we know. Destroyer's over here. Yep. He's in trouble. I've done 13,500 damage to him. 14,000. He should be getting close to very dead. Alright, he's got like 0 health. Meanwhile, our Kagero got the base on lock. Nice work. Oh, he took out one of my torpedo tubes? What an asshole. Hipper shooting HE. Lol. Oh, alright. Get back, you say? Get forward! First impressions of this ship is that it is a great ship to take out hungover when you're just like, I want to sit at the back and not do anything. I just want to get a lot of damage and annoy people. For me personally, I'm going to prefer the Ochikov more. Hope I don't peek out too far here. Oh, here they come. Yeah. That being said, it's got some serious firepower on it, like literally serious firepower, because you start so many fires with Azure Nagato. So these new shells hitting the land, I don't really get it. I don't. I mean, this. I mean, Mikawa on it is fine, but with Azure Nagato, your chance of fire doubles, which makes it just ridiculously more powerful. Get there. Oh. I mean, as Mikawa's not a bad choice, obviously, but I think with all the extra firepower you get from Azurlane Atago, if you have them, that's the way to go. I mean, this hasn't been a particularly exciting game with it, mostly because I'm obviously playing to win. Azuma? That's not what I meant. I meant that's how it's done. I mean, you still got pretty good agility even without doing a full agile build for it. Mine's kind of a partial. Yeah, it's 19% with Atago on it if you have Atago high enough. But without Atago, it's just 11%. So you're almost doubling it with Atago on there. Yeah, I mean, you see right there, like 97,000 damage. Not necessarily the most exciting game, just because of the way you play it. You know, it plays just like every other Japanese cruiser. I'm shocked. I don't want to stat shame, but I think if this person had been out there spotting a little bit more than guarding our base, they probably could have done a little bit better. And if this person hadn't tried to rush a Japanese cruiser with 15 turrets, probably would have done a little bit better too. Let's see. Let me see what the Mogami is. Yeah, so Mogami you get up to 25% with Azurlane Atago on there. And maybe so stock it would be 17%. So it essentially with Azurlane Atago on here you're at 19%, but you're firing 15 shells at a time. And what's the reload that I have on here? Just under 8 seconds. So I haven't on stream so far. I haven't had a game where I can kind of just park and farm, but I had one uh before, and you can really pump out the damage in here. I don't think I've gotten. I think the highest damage I've had in a round so far is 165,000, and then I think the most base XP I've had is around 3,600. All right, folks, I'll do one more, and then I'm sure hundreds or dozens of other people are streaming now too. But I'll do one more. Whatever you guys want, I'll do a count in, and then we'll pick this up again soon. Well, I'll tell you, Tom. Took me a lot of games to get good. Shown this before. I would say that I didn't start to get good. I never played the PC version before. I'd never played any wargaming game before when I started playing this game. And I'd say that my stats were probably inflated my first 3,000 games because I played with a division. And it wasn't until around like 6,000 games in that I realized I was bad. And uh, and then I started educating myself to how to play this game and, watching Flamu and Flamas and Jingles and then even I remember when T-Ball started, I was watching some of that stuff that I was like, okay, I've graduated beyond this. I know this stuff. But then once I hit around 10,000 games, it was like I was touched by an angel, and everything just became clear. It was like Neo at the end of the Matrix. I could see it, and I was like, no. And you could just pick the bullets out of the air and drop them. Like, I found that I was, once you start to be able to read the mini map about, to me, I'd say you need to be looking about 3 minutes ahead when you're looking at the mini map. It's not about, you know, it's not about now. Now you're already involved in now. The only thing you have to do at the now moment is probably shoot stuff. What you need to start thinking about is, okay, where do I need to be 3 minutes from now? Because obviously the movement in this game is pretty slow and the action in the game is pretty slow. But the thing about it being paced like that, if you're not like a particularly a chess player, is that since it's so slow, it gives you plenty of time to figure out what your next move should be and what your move after that should be. I don't know if you saw. I think. I think it was my Shimikaze Kraken video. So the last Kraken video I did, I'm being relatively snarky because Shimikaze is so simple and brain dead. But there's a point where I get on the B cap, and I mentioned there that I have essentially already got the rest of the game figured out of where I'm going to go. I need to go up north and take care of these two stragglers, then go down to A and see what else is left. So that's a large part of experience right there, is being like, okay, how's the last third of this game going to play out, even though we're in the middle of it? And then if things should go a different direction, how do I rectify that? Because, you can't really, well, to a certain amount, you can dictate what people do, but there can always be those moments that you didn't plan for. But that being said, when you have tens of thousands of games of experience, you know that 90 to 95% of the games all play the exact same way. Everybody moves to the exact same spots. Everybody does the exact same thing. And that's why, to me, I don't know if carriers are the answer, but the game definitely needs something to mix it up because it has become quite formulaic right now. All right. So anyway, enough of that yapping. What do we want to do? A stealth Vanguard. You know what? I will take out the. We'll go out one last time in the Vanguard. Not that I don't love the Balti. Balti was my first tier 7 cruiser, but do the van. Now that I've got a stealth Vanguard build, right? Yes. My reload's over 20 seconds again, but whatever. I can live with that. 12.5. All right. A community showcase video. I'm not opposed to doing community showcase videos. I just don't know. So a while ago, I did a video with Juice to Goose and friend of the show, and I promised him that once I actually have people on here, he will be the first guest because he was the first person to ever invite me onto his stream. But back when I was 200 subs or whatever. But I doing commentary on his video I found was incredibly difficult because I don't know what's going through his head. And then most recently I did one with Tommy Boy 601, which when he reached out to me, I was like, "Do you mind if I don't talk about the game at all when I do this?" And he's like, "No, just do whatever you want." So I don't know. I don't know how I want to do. I don't know how to showcase community games in a way that I think that I feel like I could give. I don't know how to phrase that. I don't know how can make community games entertaining in a sense like I don't know because I don't know what's going on in people's heads. So I just haven't figured out a way to put them on here in a way that I feel like is different and becomes its own thing. You know, it's you see there are plenty of CCs out there. You know, Zarkun, Gecko. I think Spartan does it too. I'm sure maybe T-Bull has. I don't know, but where they like do a commentary of people's gameplay, and it's like they do a great job. I don't necessarily want to do that because I don't. There's already people doing that. That's good. So I need to figure out a way to do it in my own way, and that's what I got to figure out first before I do community replays. Alrighty, so Vanguard. This will be the last game. That being said, I'm not opposed to community replays by any means. It's just I don't know what to do with them. Then I have such strict guidelines. There are some community replays that are guaranteed to get you if getting a secondary kill in the Orkin is a guaranteed at least clip. Wow, look at all this concealment now. Wow. Are you? You're on the other team? Oh, CBD. Oh, you guys are in a different round. That's what it is. Gotcha.
Let's get to it.
Let's see where these guys go. I recognize this player's name from a round earlier. I think they were in Iowa. I want to go where these guys aren't. So since they're going to this side, I'm going to go to this side. Hopefully. Like this guy, I'm okay with him kind of staying back here because he's ranged, but obviously this guy needs support. I would just as soon be out over on this side as I'm better at flanking. I'm going to go ahead and switch to HE since we know there's a destroyer on here. Gotta be just way out to the right there.
Enemy battleship sighted. Torpedoes to starboard.
Guy dead? Yep. Oh my lord. Guy looking this way. Yeah, alright. He just used his shot. Alright, well, we're getting the whole team over here. That's a good sign, I guess. Better get a heal going, because this is going to hurt.
Problem solved, sir. Fire. Main turret critically damaged.
Alright, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got we've got 6 of their team down here. I mean, we're gonna win this game because the red team is so ridiculously out of position. I don't know if this is people. I don't know if this is people trying to stream snipe or not. Probably not. I mean, nobody's watching this, but this is just a team not even trying. Go ahead and do one more. I'll do one more in the Suzuya so we can do that and then shut this down. Or maybe I'll do one in the Ochikov. Yeah, we'll do one in the Ochikov. Alright, this will be the last one. For reals. Yeah, that is the big weakness of the Vanguard, right? Oh, hey, look, it's hotspot. Oh, this is a sign. This is a sign. We're on hotspot. Game and the new ship. Legendary, which means it's all quality. I wonder. I'm going to have to learn how to play this map. These guys look like they need support over here, and since I have no armor to speak of, I don't think I want to be caught in the middle. But this goes against every fabric of my being to give up one side and overload another. I don't know. Kaba. I just got spotted. Oof. Oh, shit. I'm in the Ochikov. I was thinking I was in the Suzuya. Oh, my lord. I'm like, where's... Oh. Changes everything. Wow, okay, I've clearly been playing too long when I don't even know what ship I'm in.
Пожарная тревога. Неполадки устранены.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Наша команда получила преимущество.
Okay. Got to drop spot there finally. Will allow me to get a little speed and get moving again. That Shima's gonna be dead. Alright. Now it is just cleanup
Наша
duty.
команда получила преимущество. Наша команда близка к победе.
J'ai besoin d'un appui.
Oh, nice, nice work, Fuso. The Kurfürst is running. that if that works, that will be a very funny move. Oh. Oh, curve first. Oh boy.
Пожарная тревога.
What? Did I thought I switched to AP for that, but that was not a bad move on that curve first there. If you guys saw, 6 torpedoes on him. First place, 2,205 XP. Not too shabby, but below average. All right, guys. Thanks for coming by. That was a fun stream. I'll probably try and stream. Well, let's see. We'll see how I feel after getting in the vaccine. But I might stream Thursday morning. Think I prefer during these weekdays necessarily. Maybe we do like a Tuesday, Thursday, I don't know. We'll see. But maybe on Thursday. Um, Plus, I need to get footage to do like a proper video on the Suzuya. But anyway, we'll stream soon, and hopefully I'll have a video for you guys soon. But I may be down for a couple days, depending on how this vaccine goes. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and play us out. I'll be in chat for the next couple minutes, though. But if you take off, I completely understand. Thank you so much for everybody who donated. And for our new members, I greatly appreciate that. That really goes straight into the Scotch Fund. So I will see you guys soon.